Well, good afternoon, everybody. How y'all doing? Pretty good here, and welcome to the channel. First of all, I just wanted to congratulate Sean. He won the TRD Pro Grill giveaway that we did recently, so congratulations, Sean. You should have that grill in just a few days. Anyway, I want to get on here and talk about my first 6 months in the Toyota Tacoma. It's probably just slightly shy, but we're getting close to 6 months of ownership with this truck. So I want to get on here and let you guys know how it's doing. There are about 5 different points that I wanted to cover for how it's been for me. So the first thing, and we'll tackle this first because even though nobody cares, everybody always talks about it, and that is fuel economy. How's the truck doing from a fuel economy standpoint? Let me first say that I don't do a lot of high-speed driving anymore. You know, I used to drive a lot of freeway every day, but I don't do that so much anymore. So a lot of the trips and things that I take in the truck are probably, you know, an average of, I'd say, maybe 35, 38 miles per hour or something like that. I do get into some higher speeds, 55, 65, and a lot of lower speeds as well. As stop and go traffic. So, you know, probably not the best for the greatest fuel economy, but I'm getting right now 17.7 miles per gallon. And that's not horrible for the kind of driving that I do. Of course, I know I would get better. I'd probably be in the 20s, I'm sure, if I drove more freeway type driving or on long trips and stuff like that. But that's where I'm at right now. That's what I'm getting real world. While I'm talking about that, I just wanted to mention, I've seen a few comments or questions, I guess, on Facebook and stuff about what kind of gas are you running in your truck. 87. I don't know why anybody would run premium in this truck. There's a debate out there about maybe you can get a little better gas mileage. I don't know, but it calls for 87. I run 87. Comfort. Is this thing comfortable to ride around in? Especially, you know, taking short trips and stuff for me. I'm in and out of the truck, so maybe a little bit better view of it, I guess, than somebody who just jumps in and drives for an hour and a half, you know. I think it's pretty comfortable. Everything is within arm's reach. The seats are comfortable. And while I'm speaking about the seats, I did put a little spacer in mine in the rear to raise the back up a little bit. I did that because the seats sit like this. I wanted a more level surface, if you will, to ride around in. It always felt like I was leaning backwards in this truck. My little mod fixed that. There is a video up on how to do that if you want to check that out. It's pretty simple. But it makes it feel more like a truck to me. Before, I don't know what it felt like, some kind of weird SUV, I don't know. But it feels like a truck for me now, and it made it more comfortable. Of course, on my truck, I have it lifted. It has a 3.2 ready lift with different wheels and tires and all that. So I do get a rougher ride than you would get with stock. No matter what anybody tells you, if you put more aggressive tires on your truck or lift it, you're gonna have a little bit rougher ride, and I certainly do. But it's not horrible. I would certainly say it doesn't make the truck uncomfortable, so I'm happy with that. The other thing that I'll mention along with comfort is the sound level in here. Again, probably not a fair statement from me because I have an MBRP exhaust on this truck and it makes it a little bit louder. So maybe I don't hear as much noise from the outside as folks that were to have a stock truck, let's say. But I certainly don't have any issues with sound in my truck. I don't hear a lot of wind noise and stuff. But again, probably because I have a little bit louder exhaust and it might mask some of that if it did exist. I never noticed it before I put the exhaust on, I will say that. Tech, number 3. I love the tech in the truck. I love tech, period. You know, the more the better for me. Bring on that great big giant Tesla screen. You know, I'd love to have that. I don't know how you'd fit it in here, but it could be done. I think the tech is certainly sufficient. Nothing wrong with it. It works well. You know, in the Tundra that I had prior to the one I have now, and that was a 2018 Limited Crew Max. I had issue with the sound system in there, and I believe it was the JBL sound system. As far as connectivity with my cell phone, with my iPhone, people on the other end would complain they couldn't hear me. I don't know. I don't get that with the Tacoma, with the system that's in here now. It seems to work just fine. No complaints from anybody about not being able to hear me or static or anything weird. And I certainly can hear everybody else on the other end. So no big deal. I love the radio that's in here, the touchscreen, the size of it, the navigation, the look of it. I think it's fantastic. It still has knobs on it. That's nice. I had a Honda Civic recently, a hatchback that did not have knobs. That kind of sucks. Got to have that volume knob, man. Build quality, number 4. I haven't had any issues with anything in this truck. The fit and finish everywhere that I've noticed or I've looked is fantastic. No gapping that's, you know, bigger on one side or too big on the other or any of that kind of stuff. The plastic bits, you know, around the bed, you have the cap that goes around the bed. No issues there. I had a Ram Rebel a couple years ago, I think. Maybe 3 years ago now. And it actually developed a crack in the corner on the bed cap. So I'm aware of that kind of stuff, and I always check to see maybe if I'm having any kind of issue like that in my Tacoma, since it has a very similar cap on the bed. No problems with that. The bed itself, no issues there. It is the composite bed. I've had a few things in it, to be honest, nothing heavy or sharp or anything like that, so I really shouldn't notice any problems, and I haven't. You know, no kind of weather problems or anything like that. I am, you know, very warm climate, so it does get some pretty intense sun beating on it when it's sitting outside. No issues. People have talked about in the past about the paint on the Tacoma, that it's soft or that it'll chip easy or whatever. I haven't had any issues. I don't know that there's one blemish on this truck anywhere. So I don't have any paint problems. I think the build quality is excellent, both inside and out. Some folks have mentioned, well, you know, there's cheap plastic. I don't see that. Every vehicle you get is going to have some sort of plastic or something in it. I think what's in the Tacoma is just fine. No issues there. The last thing that I'll talk about is reliability. Obviously, in any vehicle that you buy, when you turn the key or push that button, you want it to start, right? And you want it to get you from point A to point B safely, in a timely manner, and with it running. Granted, my truck's not that old, 6 months, shouldn't have any problems, should be reliable, and it is. No mechanical problems, no lights coming on, nothing weird. I haven't had to take it back in for anything strange like that. But I will mention, while we're talking about mechanics, I guess, or maybe reliability, there was a recall on my truck. I was included in the recent master cylinder recall. That's where you could have the brakes fail due to a seal problem or something like that that was in the master cylinder. The recall was you bring it in, spend, in my case, several hours with the truck at the dealer, and they replaced the entire master cylinder. Now, one thing that I'll mention about that, you know, some people complain about recalls. Recalls are the way for the dealer to take care of things before they become a problem. I don't have a big problem with recalls. I'm glad that they address these things when they become aware and there is some kind of problem, so that they get it fixed, and I don't have a problem. So kudos to Toyota. I'm happy that they took care of that. No issue with recalls as far as I'm concerned. So overall, am I happy with the truck? Oh, absolutely. I love the truck. I love the Tacoma. As I've mentioned before, best looking truck on the road. No issues with it whatsoever. I'm very happy with it, and look forward to continue modding it. I'm waiting on a big mod right now, my next epic mod. I'm told it's in the mail. We'll see. Stay tuned for that. Excuse me. Anyway, I just wanted to get on here and give you guys a 6-month update, let you know how it's going with me. Please give this video a big thumbs up. Click that subscribe button if you haven't before. Let me know how your Tacoma's doing. And we'll see you next time on the web. Have a good day. Bye.